DMK. We're seeing what fascism is all about in Bengal. So we've seen what fascism is all about in Maharashtra as well. So these opposition parties need to introspect. There is no substitute for the life of an Indian soldier. There is no substitute to the sacrifices made by the Indian army for the people of India. So instead of, they've not even uttered a word. They've not even said anything as far as this unfortunate death is concerned. And that shows that DMK really doesn't care about the Indian army. It shows that the life of an Indian soldier is of no importance to the DMK at all. And it's very, very sad. It's very depressing, especially coming from a land of Tamil Nadu that has immense respect for every aspect of anything to do with India, especially the Indian army. And DMK is behaving like a complete fascist government in Tamil Nadu.
Absolutely, sir. Savio, many thanks for joining us and sharing your thoughts. Savio Rodriguez there expressing his thoughts on the DMK government stance. The DMK now booking 3,500 BJP workers for their candlelight vigil, saying that they did not take proper permission. Let's move on now to other news stories. Time for a short break, and coming up after that, as reports suggest, Xi Jinping likely to visit Moscow, meeting with Putin on the cards.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you're being... Chief Minister, you're...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
In sports news, the crowd at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi cheered for every run that came from Virat Kohli's willow. During the second test against Australia on a slow-turning track, Virat scored 44 runs in the first innings and then chipped in with 20 in the second. In the process, the Indian run machine broke former Indian batsman Virendra Sehwag's record of the most runs scored in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Well, we're tracking many top stories coming up in a short while. Fresh trouble for Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi Manish Sisodia as Snoop Gate explodes.
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you're being... Chief Minister,
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has
And more sports news now in the India versus Australia match. Cheteshwar Pujara to join elite club. And coming up in other news that we're tracking, it's a massive setback for Kejriwal's deputy. MHA gives nod to prosecute Sisodia.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
it signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you're being... Chief Minister,
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific.
Viewers, we're live in breaking this morning, and today the MCD will make its fourth attempt to elect a mayor today in Delhi. That's the top story. We'll get you all the details, but first the headlines we're tracking right now.
Chinese developed a balloon to snoop. The two jasuses of Delhi, दिल्ली के दो जासूस ने FBU बनाया. It was like their private Gestapo, and therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose.
Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal's deputy. MHA gives a nod to sanction Manish Sisodia.
अपने प्रतिद्वंदियों को झूठों केस में फंसाना जो है, ये हारे हुए और डरे हुए लोगों का काम होता है.
Aam Aadmi Party cries political vendetta. BJP demands Kejriwal and Sisodia's arrest. Not a word on soldiers lynching Stalin cops file case against BJP leaders for demanding action. After 3 failed attempts now, Delhi to make a fourth one today to pick its mayor. Defeated Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. And Seattle City Council adopts anti-India resolution, anger over bid to target Indians by caste in the United States. Viewers, after 3 failed attempts by the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, the voting for the mayor and deputy mayor of Delhi is taking place today in the national capital following a Supreme Court order. Let's go straight to Piyush, right? Anuj is joining us live right now. Now, we know the election to the post of mayor and deputy mayor and 6 members of the standing committee will be held today after Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena gave his nod to convene the municipal house. Coming to you first, Piyush, to get us the latest updates.
Well, Shivangi, as the House reconvenes, what we are now seeing is again a confrontation is taking place right at the entry gate of the Civic House, where the Aam Aadmi Party workers and BJP workers have again, indulged into war of words. Now we are seeing as to how Aam Aadmi Party is now claiming that their councillors are not being allowed to enter inside the house. So let me try to get in a word from these Aam Aadmi Party workers who are now here. They are now raising their voice. क्या हुआ? आप लोगों को क्या रोका जा रहा है, फिर क्या कहा जा रहा है?
यहाँ पर रोका जा रहा है और जो बीजेपी के नेता हैं, जो गुंडे हैं, उनको ऊपर जाने दिया जा रहा है. इस बात का हम लोग विरोध कर रहे हैं.
कौन गया अभी ऊपर?
अभी विजेंद्र गुप्ता जी ऊपर गए हैं, जबकि उनके
आम आदमी पार्टी के सभी लोगों को, पार्षदों को, सबको रोका?
नहीं, आम आदमी के पार्षदों को तो जाने दिया जा रहा है, लेकिन जो बाकी नेता है उनको रोका जा रहा है.
कौन, किसको?
जो भी, जैसे हमारे भी आदिल अहमद जी थे, दूसरे नेता थे, हमारे विधायक.
पार्षद है, सांसद है, विधायक है, क्या है?
हमारे नेता तो हैं, ऐसी विजेंद्र गुप्ता जी को जो जाने दिया गया, हमारा कहना है कि हमारे
तो एमएलए इनको ये जानकारी नहीं है कि विजेंद्र गुप्ता एमएलए है कि नहीं है। ये लोग सिर्फ शोर करना मचाना जानते हैं, अराजकता फैला रहे हैं। भैया एक बात, अराजकता फैला रहे की आदत है। मेरी धर्मपत्नी पार्षद है सोने बिहार से, और मैं खुद उनसे खड़ा हूँ। उन्होंने मुझे उतार दिया, उन्होंने कहा कि भाई पार्षद है वही जाएगा। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी क्या करता है, या तो यहाँ बैठे हुए कैंटीन बैठे हुए, बाहर चले गए अपने काम से। आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ कि विधायक तो जा सकते हैं, आप तो कार्यकर्ता को तो नहीं पता,
नहीं जाने दिया गया, विधायक जी को भी रोका गया।
इनको आदत है चीज को खराब करने की, सही करने की नहीं। हमेशा इन्होंने यही काम करा है। अब देखिए वहाँ पर आप
अब ये चाहती है कि सिक्योरिटी प्रोटोकॉल भी यही लोग तय करेंगे कि क्या सिक्योरिटी प्रोटोकॉल
अच्छे भी सारी चीजों को इन्होंने
14 विधायकों को वोटिंग का राइट है। 14 विधायकों को वोटिंग का राइट है,
जिसके पास है, जो इस सदन में वोट कर सकता है, उसके अलावा कोई विधायक नहीं जा सकता। तो आपने विजेंद्र गुप्ता के पास पास नहीं है, देखा इनको कैसे पता विजेंद्र गुप्ता अंदर बैठे हुए, इनको कैसे पता, पूछे हमसे, हमने देखा। अरे अंदर बहुत से लोग सिक्योरिटी में भी हैं, बहुत लोग ऊपर भी हैं, हो सकता है किसी और काम से गए हो। आप जबरदस्ती वाली बात करें,
जबकि सब कुछ इन्हों के पास है, सारे अधिकार इन्हों के पास है। इधर एक भी आदमी ऊपर नहीं जा रहा है, लेकिन अंदर हो रही है केवल इनकी तरफ से।
Once again, we are now seeing confrontation taking place there at the entry gate of the Civic Center House, where now Aam Aadmi Party workers are claiming that they are being stopped from going there at the 4th floor, where the voting is all set to begin. In fact, Vijendra Gupta, who is an MLA, he has been allowed to go, but which is certain telling us as to how Aam Aadmi Party, despite knowing that he is an MLA, he has been allowed to go. Here, the Aam Aadmi Party workers are again creating ruckus. Let me try to show you pictures from this very place, entry house and entry gate of Civic Center, where ruckus-like situation has now erupted. As we are speaking, the house has reconvened. The councillors of Aam Aadmi Party and BJP, they are there inside the house. We can expect in few minutes from now voting to take place. Remember that this is taking place on the directions of Supreme Court. The Aam Aadmi Party had moved to Supreme Court, saying that aldermen are not allowed to vote, and Supreme Court, after listening to their plea, had directed the concerned officials to hold the elections as soon as possible. And today we are seeing the house reconvening. Let us also tell to our viewers the numbers. Those are there in the hands of both the parties. Aam Aadmi Party has got 134 councillors in its favor. BJP has 104 councillors. But BJP candidate is now claiming that many of the Aam Aadmi Party councillors are supporting and voting for the BJP candidate. We'll have to wait and watch as to how the voting will further proceed from here on. But here the security has been beefed up. You can clearly see as to how thousands of security personnel have been deployed here to man the entry gate, and also they are looking into the passes of all the people who are now entering inside the house and looking at the continuous ruckus and the kind of violence also we saw during the last 3 meetings. Paramilitary forces have also been deployed. Delhi police officers have also been deployed here in large numbers at the entry gate. We'll have to wait and watch who gets the edge today. But BJP, who has 104 councillors, is now claiming that many of the Aam Aadmi Party councillors are supporting the BJP candidate. On the other side, Aam Aadmi Party continues to claim that BJP is illegally trying to capture the house. Today, the elections for the post of mayor, deputy mayor, and 6 members of a standing committee will take place. Shivangi.
Right. And I just want to go across to Piyush. Piyush, I'm going to go across to Anuj. Anuj is also joining us live right now. Anuj, there were multiple attempts being made to hold mayoral elections. It happened on Jan 6th, Jan 24th. The last one on February 6th to hold the mayor elections after MCD elections took place back in December, and still there is no mayor elected. What are the details that you're picking up?
Well, exactly as you pointed it out very rightly, thrice we have seen how the attempt was failed, and this was the matter which was taken to the Supreme Court. Finally, Supreme Court has given the order, has made it very much clear that how it has to be done. So we have seen the uproar in the House when we are talking about the 3 attempts when we saw this was about the mayor election, about the deputy mayor election, and the standing committee election. So today, what is being stated by Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP both, because we were talking to the leadership, they were saying it that they are of the hope that this is going to happen today. Let me give you the sense also from where I'm reporting. This is the 4th floor where this is going to happen, the entry of the house, and you can see at this point in time, I'm giving you the visuals, the kind of arrangement that has been done, the security that has been deployed. On the other hand, these are the councillors now who are reaching here, and the voting will start any moment from now. So the people have already reached, the councillors have already reached in the house. Now this is going to happen, but let's see, wait and watch what exactly will be coming out. But now, as this has been made in clear about the voting, about the elderman position, that whether they are going to vote or not, so this has been made in very much clear by the Supreme Court now, and this was the subject on which the uproar was seen in the house. So this is expected that this is going to happen today. Finally, the mayor election, then the deputy mayor election, and the standing committee election. So earlier what we have seen in the house, that it was announced by the speaker that this is all 3 elections going to happen together. Prior to that, what we have seen, this is going to happen one by one. But today this is to see, wait and watch what exactly will be said by the speaker there, what is he is going to say about the election, that in what manner this is going to happen. So these are the live images from the civic center where the house is going to start any moment from now. We were talking to the Aam Aadmi Party leader, we were talking to the Bharatiya Janata Party leader, the councillors and the senior leadership who are present over here. So they were stating it. Now we are expecting that this is going to happen today. We are expecting that the election will happen today. On the other hand, the people have already entered in the house, as we have given you the visual. I'll ask my video journalist to once again to give you the sense from the 4th floor from where I'm reporting. That's the entry of the house. As you can see, the front gate, and the forces deployment could be clearly seen. The paramilitary also being deployed, the police also being deployed, as we have seen the scuffle, as we have seen the uproar in the house 3 times earlier to this, and now this is the 4th time where this is going to happen. Any moment from now, what we are expecting, the voting will happen, the voting will start, and the speaker is going to announce that in what manner it is going to happen. It is first, if we talk about the pattern, let me tell you, it is first going to be the mayor election, then the deputy mayor election, and then the standing committee 6-member election. So let's see, wait and watch what exactly is going to pan out, how it is going to pan out. But today we are expecting that Delhi is going to get the mayor. That's something what we are expecting, and that is something what has been stated by the either side, whether being it Bharatiya Janata Party or whether being it Aam Aadmi Party. Although the blame game is on, this is Aam Aadmi Party who is saying that this was BJP who were making uproar, and the BJP councillors saying that this was Aam Aadmi Party who were not willing to these election to happen. So that is something what has been stated. So war of word was clearly seen, blame game was clearly seen, attack and counter attack was clearly seen. But finally, when Supreme Court has now intervened, so this is going to happen in the manner in which the Supreme Court has made it clear that how it is going to happen. The rule has been categorically mentioned by Supreme Court that how it has happened earlier also, and how it has to be done. So any moment from now, what we have been told, the voting is going to start. We are just standing right outside the house. This is the 4th floor. Let me again remind you, the security arrangement could be clearly seen. The councillors have already gone in, although the area, the ground floor from where the Piyush is reporting, there's some war of word could be seen because the Aam Aadmi Party members, the supporters, they also want to come in to support their leadership. They are alleging that the Bharatiya Janata Party members or the supporters, they are already in. So this is a...
Understand, the house should take place, the election should be done, and the mayor election should be taken place as per the Supreme Court guidelines also. They should run the house smoothly. Why are they
already seeing ruckus taking place? There are some Aam Aadmi Party workers who are now claiming that they are not being allowed to go upstairs, though other people like Vijendra Gupta and all, they have been allowed to go there.
Every person is being checked and thoroughly checked, and the iCard has been seen. If they are not brought the iCards, they'll be stopped. I think I've seen few BJP people also have been stopped. My own councillor was being stopped because he was not carrying his card. So he has asked to carry his card. And
they are saying that Vijendra Gupta does not hold a card, but still he's an
MLA.
And they are saying, Aam Aadmi Party is saying
he has a legitimate pass. Point is not this. Point is, legitimate people will go in the house and legitimate people will vote in the house. Aam Aadmi Party intention is to create a ruckus outside also and inside also on this issue, like we have seen in the past. Three different issues on the three different house sittings. We have seen different issues. On first meeting, they have said that aldermen will not take the oath. Second meeting, they let that happen. So first meeting was what? Why? Why they have created a ruckus in the first
see
meeting?
this as a setback to BJP that now Supreme Court has said that aldermen will now not be allowed to vote for the...
See, we respect the decision of the Supreme Court. Whatever decision has come, we respect that decision. And we also want, from the day one, we are saying, let the House run, let the election happen, let the mayor should be elected. Whether it's the Aam Aadmi Party or whether it's the BJP, let the House decide who we are nobody to decide who BJP will mayor or Aam Aadmi Party mayor. Let the House decide.
So tell me very important question. How many Aam Aadmi Party councillors are in touch with you?
See, that's quite a funny question because let the House run. You will see.
How hopeful are you that you will have your mayor?
See, whoever the mayor will be,
BJP?
The mayor will be from Delhi.
From BJP?
I think let the 1.5 hours goes.
How sure are you? I'm asking. How sure are you?
Let the House decide.
Let the House decide. So are our councillors in touch with you, Aam Aadmi Party?
I said let the House decide.
Okay. So here the BJP is now saying that let the House decide, and in few minutes from now we will see the voting for the post of mayor to take place, and that would be initiated by the councils. Let me straight away try to show you pictures from inside the very entry gate where the parliamentary forces have now been deployed. I would ask Surinder Shah to come with me, then I will try to show you more pictures. You can see as to how the workers from Aam Aadmi Party and BJP, both from both the parties, they are now sitting here, and many of them are standing there at the ground floor only, and they are looking at that.
Piyush, I would like to come back to you after some time because I'm getting some breaking news. We're getting some breaking news on Republic TV. Let's go to that first. Then we'll come back to the mayor elections. Now, we are learning an application has been introduced before Supreme Court by Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations in colleges in Karnataka wearing hijab. Lawyers have apprised Supreme Court that exams are beginning on March 9. CGI, in fact, Chandrachud says he will take a call on this. So the Karnataka hijab row is in top court again. That's what we're learning so far. And a couple of details are coming out of it. What we're learning, an application has been introduced. A plea has been introduced before the Supreme Court by the Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations in colleges in Karnataka wearing hijab. The lawyers have apprised the Supreme Court that exams are beginning on March 9th, and the CGI says that he will take a call on this. So this is what's happening in the Supreme Court right now. The Karnataka hijab row has reached the top court yet again, viewers, yet again. So we're getting these back-to-back updates right now, viewers, as we are breaking news on this Karnataka hijab row, which has reached the top court again, viewers. So the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the plea by the Muslim girl students. Now remember, the girl students have approached the top court and they're seeking interim permission to wear hijab while appearing for the examinations. That's what we are learning so far. Remember that the Supreme Court in October 2022 had delivered a split verdict on the ban of wearing a hijab in educational institutions in Karnataka, with one judge affirming that the state government is authorized to enforce the uniform in schools, and the other calling hijab a matter of choice that cannot be stifled by the state. So there was a split verdict back in October 2022. Now we are learning that this row has reached the top court. Let's go to Prajwal, who's joining us as well. Prajwal, just take us through exactly what is happening in the top court right now. We know that the CGI is saying that he will take a call on this plea, which has been introduced before the Supreme Court by Muslim girl students. They want to wear the hijab while appearing for examinations.
Absolutely, because now an application has already been introduced before the Supreme Court by Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations in Karnataka wearing hijab, because this comes on the backdrop of the SLC examinations, which will be held from the 9th of March, and therefore now the CGI, the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, has gone on to state that they will take a call on a further date as well. So these are the information that is coming hearing as of now. But also we need to understand that the background for this entire case was the fact that the Supreme Court had given, they had given a split verdict at the Supreme Court on October 2022, and stating that where one judge stated that the government had the authority to go on and make sure that there is a dress code which is uniform across all the colleges, whereas the other judge had gone on to state that it is not right on the part of the government to stifle the rights of a student, and it is a matter of choice, and it should ultimately be left to the student as well. So now they have stated that this will this particular case will come up for hearing later, but the date is yet to be mentioned. So all this is happening on the backdrop of the SLC examinations, which will be held in Karnataka on the 9th of March.
Right. And we know that on January 23rd, the CGI had agreed to consider a request for urgent listing after senior advocate Meenakshi Arora mentioned the urgency of the examinations which are held in government colleges. So even though we are learning of it today, this plea has been introduced, Prajwal. This has been going on for quite a while now before it reached the top court today, the plea reaching the top court today, Prajwal.
Because there has been several hearings which has been conducted by the top court in regards to the Karnataka hijab row, which broke out in 2022, and the Karnataka High Court had ruled this in the favor of the government, stating that according to the law which was already mentioned in 1975, it clearly stated that there should be a uniform for all the colleges and educational institutions across Karnataka by the government. And therefore, they will have, they will be the ones who will go on to decide it. But then they had also, later the petitioners had also gone on to approach the Supreme Court. And finally now, after the split verdict in October in 2022, now this case has again come up for hearing, where now at least the girl students are requesting that during examinations they should be allowed to wear hijab inside the educational institution.
Prajwal, just hold on for a second. We're getting some more breaking updates. Popular veteran actor Prajwal Anant Nag will be joining the BJP. He will join the BJP today at 4:30 p.m. He's a very popular actor, Anant Nag, set to join the BJP. This is the biggest political news coming in right now from Karnataka. Prajwal, I'm coming back to you right now. This is very, very big.
Absolutely, with no doubt, because this will definitely be a boost for the BJP ahead of the upcoming elections. And on the backdrop of Union Home Minister Amit Shah's visit to Bengaluru tomorrow, this comes quite as a shot in the arm for the BJP as well, because Anant Nag joining the BJP will only go on to provide a boost to their credibility as well, but they will also have a figure where they can look towards and cite as an example too. So this is something which is making a lot of news as well. And now when Anant Nag was also spoken, when Anant Nag was also asked in the past as well, he had hinted that he will become quite active in politics as well, because he had already gone on to contribute in the field of in the field of films, but now he wanted to contribute towards the society for the welfare of the people as well, and had also highlighted several issues on many occasions too. And finally, he has made the big plunge in Karnataka politics now, and he will be joining the BJP party at its office in Malleswaram today at 4:30, and we are expecting that many top leaders of the BJP will also be present during this time.
Right. So, Prajwal, you're getting us on the top details right now. We know that popular Kannada actor Anant Nag will join the BJP, and this is also coming just ahead of polls in the state, Prajwal. So, this is very, very significant for that reason as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, because there are the upcoming assembly polls are around the corner in Karnataka, and we are expecting that it will be held somewhere in the first, somewhere in the month of May as well. So now we will have to wait and watch out as to when the dates will be decided. But ahead of these elections, the BJP will definitely get an image makeover, because the sort of difficulties and also the brand image of the BJP party has taken quite a hit in Karnataka because of the 40% corruption allegations, as well as the civic apathy, and also cash for postings and transfers too, which was highlighted by the Congress as well. So these were some of the major allegations against the BJP party, which was finding it quite hard to fight. But now finally Anantnag coming in here, and Anantnag will be joining the party here. What sort of contribution will he be making, and what will he be bringing to the table, and what will his roles be in this particular election? That will also need to be seen here, because he will also be at the same point of time, he will be a part of the politics, but he will also be juggling between films and politics as well. So what will his be role in the party, and what will be the definition that will be given by the BJP? That needs to be seen here.
Right, Prajwal, thank you for getting us all the details. So, popular veteran actor Anantnag to join the BJP today. Now, this will happen at 4:30 p.m. today, and it's a big boost to the BJP, like Prajwal was telling us, just ahead of the Karnataka elections. Thank you, Prajwal, for getting us all the details. Taking a very short break right now on Republic TV. We keep getting you top updates here. Defeated Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. Plus, Seattle City Council adopts anti-Indian resolution, anger over bid to target Indians by caste in the United States. Stay tuned.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnabji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman, which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are being...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnabji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
Chinese developed a balloon to snoop. The two jasuses of Delhi, दिल्ली के 2 जासूस ने FBU बनाया. It was like their private Gestapo. And therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose.
Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal's deputy. The MHA gives a note to sanction Manish Sisodia.
अपने प्रतिद्वंदियों को झूठों केस में फंसाना जो है ये हारे हुए और डरे हुए लोगों का काम होता है.
But the Aam Aadmi Party cries political vendetta. The BJP demands that Kejriwal and Sisodia should be arrested. Not a word on the soldiers' lynching, but Stalin's police force files a case against BJP leaders for demanding action. All three failed attempts. Delhi is to make a fourth one today to pick its mayor. Defeated Uddhav Thackeray knocks on the door of the top court against allotment of the bow and arrow symbol to the Shinde faction. Seattle City Council adopts an anti-India resolution, anger over bid to target Indians by caste in the US. Well, an application has been introduced before the Supreme Court by Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear for their examinations in colleges in Karnataka wearing a hijab. The lawyers, in fact, have appraised the Supreme Court that exams begin on the 9th of March. The Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, says that he will take a call on this. So let's go across to Prajwal. Prajwal, give us more details about this application that has been filed before the Supreme Court.
Now, this particular matter was brought in front of the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, and it was being stated that one of the advocates, Shadan Farasat, had mentioned that the girls are not being allowed to wear headscarves while appearing for exams, and therefore now the CJI went on to question the advocate as to why they have not been allowed to give exams wearing the hijab. And also the advocate raised the question that there has already been a split verdict which has been given by the Supreme Court in October, and what next has to be done. And therefore the CJI has mentioned that he will look into the matter and will take up the matter as well. But now the next date is yet to be mentioned by the CJI as to when this will go on to happen, and that is something which needs to be seen here. And also, apart from which, we will also have to note the fact that on the 9th of March the SLC examinations will go on across in the state of Karnataka, and we are expecting that over 8 lakh students will be appearing for exams, out of which around 15 to 20% of them belong from the Muslim community as well. Even though this is not a demand by the majority of the community here, the petitioners, these girl petitioners who had already raised objection previously to, have also gone on to mention, stating that this would also go on to affect their future as well.
Right.
Therefore, the CJI has stated that he will take this matter up immediately, but when will that be done is something which needs to be seen now.
All right, let's also get in an opinion from Swapnil Kothari, who now joins us on the broadcast. Good morning, Swapnil. How do you see this new application that has been introduced before the Supreme Court? We're now learning that the CJI will also be taking a call on this soon. But we are also told that March 9 is the deadline that's been put forth in this application, saying that these students will appear for their exams and that they'd like to wear the hijabs then.
Well, I think if that's the demand of the students and if an application has been made, the Supreme Court may decide that the hijab issue, which needs to be decided by a constitution bench, should be decided by the constitution bench. So once and for all, there is a quietus on this issue, because otherwise the alternative to the CJI, rather to the Supreme Court, is to, say, pending that hearing, allow these students to appear for the exams, because then there will be a choice of the balance of convenience is what we call in law, that, on the one hand, the status quo was there by the Karnataka High Court at that time, but then it passed an order in favor of not having a hijab. Hijab is not an essential practice to Islam. So the students, should not be wearing a hijab. That was one of the conditions at that time when an interim order was passed by the Karnataka High Court. But now, if the Supreme Court says that, let's pass an order to that effect saying that the students should not be wearing a hijab, tendency of the hearing by the Constitution bench, then it becomes a little difficult because then the students may say, all 80,000 may say, we don't want to appear. And the education, which is right to education, is a fundamental right. That again may be jeopardized at the end of the day. And more so, rather than the fundamental right, it's the education and the future of the girls. So the Supreme Court will have to take a call as to what to do now. And given that March 9th or whatever is the deadline, I think before that they need to decide the issue one way or the other. And if they cannot decide the Constitution bench issue, because I believe that is going to take quite some time, at least a week of arguments will take place on that. Until then, I think these students, as an interim order, the Supreme Court should allow them to sit with wearing a hijab, because what else do you do? Right. You can't jeopardize the future. If I'm the judge, it would be a big quandary for me, and I think I would take the most practical way out of the situation and say that, okay, pending the final decision by the Constitution bench or the final hearing as and when it takes place, let the students appear for the exam, so at least that process goes on smoothly.
Right. Swapnil, thank you for joining us. I think we've also got Zeenat Shaukat Ali joining us on this one. Zeenat, good morning. Zeenat, obviously, you just heard Swapnil Kothari over there. He also mentioned the fact that, if the Supreme Court has to hear the matter before the 9th of March, it may perhaps, find itself in a bit of a quandary, because these students have gone to court saying that the exams start on the 9th of March and we should be allowed to appear for these exams wearing hijabs, even as the matter is pending before a constitutional bench already.
You see, the thing is that the matter is before the court, and it is not for us to advise the Honorable Court as to what is to be done, because, they are already aware of this issue. It has already gone to Supreme Court. There is a split judgment. So in their wisdom and in their knowledge and in their understanding, they have to give what they think is right. So the whole point is that, that what I also request is that there should be a quick judgment to this. And, and whatever the judgment is, has to be respected by one and all in the country. So one doesn't, a quick judgment will be very welcome, because, this issue has to be decided today or tomorrow. So whatever may be the Supreme Court judgment, whichever way they believe, that they should do things, should be done. And I don't think it is for me to advise the honorable judges, who are far more learned than I am, as to what they should be doing. They should do what they think is right.
Right, Dr. Zeenat Shaukat Ali, appreciate your speaking to us. Thank you for joining us. So that's the latest that we are getting right now. We are told that an application has been introduced before the Supreme Court by Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear for examinations in colleges in Karnataka wearing their hijab. Now, the NIA has detained 3 people, including Akali leader Lakhveer Singh from Punjab, for questioning. According to the police, weapons were also seized from the Akali leader. Meanwhile, Gurmeet Singh from Lambi and Harpreet Sharma from Moga have also been detained.
In a major crackdown against the gangster terror funding case, NIA has detained 3 persons, and one of them is the Akali leader Lakhveer Singh, who has been detained from the Gidar Bahar, and in fact NIA has also recovered arms and ammunition from his residence as well. Initially all 3 were questioned at their places, but later in the evening, when NIA was not satisfied with their answers, they have been detained by the NIA and taken them to the Delhi for the further questioning. And in fact senior NIA officials will question them and to verify the role and the connection of these 3 people along with the gangsters. And in fact they have been identified as Lakhveer Singh, Akali leader, detained from Gidar Bahar, Harpreet Sharma, detained from Moga, and Gurmeet Singh, detained from Lambi. These are the 3 persons that has been detained by the NIA after an extensive raid against the gangster terror funding case. And in fact 76 locations has been raided yesterday, and 2.3 crores has been recovered by the NIA, and 3 persons taken into the custody.
Now, after 3 failed attempts by the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, voting for Mayor and Deputy Mayor of Delhi has now gotten underway in the national capital following a Supreme Court order. The election to the posts of Mayor, Deputy Mayor and 6 members of the Standing Committee is being held after the Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena gave his nod to convene the Municipal House now. So essentially, after all the ruckus that we've seen in the past 3 sittings, we are now learning that the elections have begun. Let's go across to Anuj, who has more details on this. Anuj, give us an update in terms of how the election is going so far. Now, the past 3 attempts, of course, have ended up in absolute mayhem.
Oh, well, exactly. We have seen what has happened in the 3 attempts. If we talk about this mayor election, deputy mayor election, and the standing committee election. So today it was expected that it is going to happen smoothly, and this was the version of both the sides, whether being it Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, as it has been now clearly directed by the Supreme Court also that how it has to happen. The rule has been mentioned categorically by Supreme Court that in which pattern, in what term and condition this election need to happen. So the voting at this point in time, let me break this, has already begun. It has already started. First it is going to be the election of the mayor, then the deputy mayor, and then the standing committee members. Let me tell you that Meenakshi Lekhi has voted. It was first the MPs which was announced who will vote. So the Meenakshi Lekhi at this point in time we are breaking has already voted. So it is going smoothly. On the other hand, let me also tell you the speaker there has made an announcement that the mobile phones are not allowed. So the mobile phones have been kept aside, and at this point in time the proceeding is going smoothly. So the live streaming of the proceeding is not allowed inside. We are reporting from the 5th floor from where the media gallery is, and on the 4th floor this is the house in which the proceeding is happening at this point in time. We will wait and watch about the pattern, that how it is going to happen. Earlier we have seen the ruckus and the uproar in the house. 3 times we have seen it, how it was Bharatiya Janata Party and Aam Aadmi Party who were standing against each other. The allegation was there, the blame game was done, attack and counter attack was seen. But this is the 4th time when the proceeding has already begun, and it is till now going smoothly. What we are seeing, the voting has already begun, the voting has started. Now this is going to be the election and of the mayor, then the deputy mayor, and then the standing committee, the 6th member of the standing committee. And right. Supreme Court has made it clear that the alderman is not allowed to vote. So this is happening on this very same line. The proceeding till now is going smoothly. Yes, back to you.
All right, Anuj, do stay with us. And Anuj earlier, of course, also spoke to Atishi from the Aam Aadmi Party, and here's what she told him.
Ma'am, what is expected today? आज क्या उम्मीद है?
हम तो उम्मीद कर रहे हैं कि आज चुनाव होगा, आज दिल्ली को मेयर मिलेगा। और
बीजेपी कह रही है दिस इज नॉट ओवर येट, अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ।
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी चोर दरवाजे से काफ़ी दिनों से सरकार बनाने की कोशिश कर रही है, पर ये बिल्कुल साफ है कि उनके पास संख्या बल नहीं है, संख्या बल हमारे पास है, और इसी वजह से वो पिछले कई बार से चुनाव को होने से रोक रहे हैं। लेकिन अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आदेश है, तो हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश का पालन करेगी।
एक सवाल मनीष सिसोदिया जी को लेकर एमएचए ने अब सैंक्शन कर दिया है जो फीडबैक यूनिट का पूरा मामला है, उस पर आम आदमी पार्टी का क्या रिएक्शन?
देखिए, मुझे लगता है कि अब जब से 2015 में आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनी है, 180-200 केस तो आम आदमी पार्टी पे हो गए हैं, तो क्या कहें, 201st केस भी हो गया। ये क्या दिखाता है? ये दिखाता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी को आम आदमी पार्टी से, अरविंद केजरीवाल से, मनीष सिसोदिया से डर लगता है, इसलिए बार बार उन पे केस कर रहे हैं। वरना वो बता दें, एक पैसे का भ्रष्टाचार वो पिछले 8 साल में साबित कर पाए हैं? एक पैसे के भ्रष्टाचार का सबूत वो देश के सामने रख पाए हैं? नहीं रख पाए हैं।
So that, of course, was Atishi over there from the Aam Aadmi Party saying that they are very certain that a new mayor will be elected today. And the Aam Aadmi Party is crying political vendetta as the BJP demands Kejriwal and Sisodia's arrest. Not a word on the soldiers lynching. Stalin's police file a case against the BJP leaders for demanding action.
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you're being... Chief Minister, you're...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
Well, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad has called for a Hindu Mahapanchayat in the Muslim-majority region of Nuh district of Haryana to protest against the alleged fake charges framed by the Rajasthan government. And the VHP says that Hindu organizations are demanding the removal of these fake charges against the Bajrang Dal. Harsha is joining us live right now from Nuh. Harsha, give us an overall sense of what you are seeing around you. We are told that this Mahapanchayat has been called by the VHP and is, of course, supported by the Bajrang Dal as well.
Exactly, Nupur. Now, right now, showing you the visuals from the Mahapanchayat which has been called in the Hathin, and this very district falls under the Nuh, the Mewar district, and this is the place Hathin where a Mahapanchayat has been called. And as Nupur, you can clearly see the visuals, and not only VHP but other right-wing group members, villagers, all are joining this Mahapanchayat. The VHP, the Bajrang Dal, the members of nearby villages have joined this Mahapanchayat. Huge gathering could be seen of people who are supporting and backing the accused who have been named by the Rajasthan police in the FIR of the Bhavani killings, where two Muslim men charred bodies were found in a burnt car on February 16th. Now these are the people, these are the Hindu group members where they are clearly demanding CBI investigation, and they are also saying that Rajasthan police have wrongly and falsely framed the Bajrang Dal members in this entire Bhavani killing. We will go straight and speak to them. आप सब लोग कहाँ से आए हैं?
फरीदाबाद, पलवल और मथुरा, हर जगह से सारे गोरक्षक आ रहे हैं। गोरक्षकों के सम्मान में हर हिंदू मैदान में।
एक बात बताइए, आज जो महापंचायत है, आप लोग की मुख्य मांगे क्या हैं?
हमारी मांगे ये है, जो हमारे गोरक्षक बेकसूर, एक तालिबानी सरकार राजस्थानी बेकसूर बिगड़ जांचे पर के नाम डाल दिए, उनके नाम काटे जाए, और जो उन्होंने जो बच्चे की हत्या करी उन पर मामला दर्ज हो राजस्थान सरकार पे।
जो दो मुस्लिम युवक है, कहा जा रहा है कि उनको मारने के जुर्म में उनके खिलाफ FIR दर्ज की गई, एक को पकड़ा गया है, बाकी 5 अभी भी फरार है। कहा
बैठो। हाँ, एक मिनट। आपको किसको पता है किसने मारा है?
राजस्थान पुलिस कह रही है, ऐसा राजस्थान पुलिस ने कहा।
अभी क्लियर नहीं किसने मारा है, जो दोषी है वो दोषी है।
So Nupur, as you see that the right-wing group members in huge numbers are gathering here at Palwal Hathin in Haryana. This district falls in Haryana. And yesterday, Nupur, we also saw a Mahapanchayat was called in favor of Monu Manesar. In the Manesar, yesterday we saw that Delhi-Jaipur Expressway was blocked by the family members of Monu Manesar, who is also one of the main accused in the Bhiwani killings. And when Rajasthan police tried to enter the village, they stopped and they protested that no one from the Rajasthan police could enter the village. And now we are seeing that in favor of the accused to back and to extend their support to the accused, the entire Bajrang Dal, VHP members, the nearby villagers, the right-wing people have gathered here at the Mahapanchayat. And we are also showing you the visuals, Nupur, because Dr. Surendra Jain from VHP is also here. And he is the leader of VHP, where he clearly states that a CBI investigation should be carried out in this entire matter, because Rajasthan police, this entire matter is Rajasthan police versus Hindu group, and therefore they are demanding a proper CBI investigation. Nupur, we will also speak to few people, because there are many who are not only from Palwal, but they've also come from different places as well. सर, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे, जो पूरा मुद्दा है अब ये राजस्थान गवर्नमेंट वर्सेस हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट हो गया है, जिस तरह से राजस्थान में मौत हुई 2 मुस्लिम युवकों की, अक्यूज्ड जो बजरंग दल के मेंबर है उन्हें बताया गया, आप लोग की महापंचायत में क्या मांगे?
हमारी मांगे हैं, जो हमारे हिंदू संगठन को अननेसेसरी उनको पकड़ा है, उनकी घर को पीड़ित किया है, और बगैर नाम लिए ही, चाहे एक्सीडेंट में जले हों या किसी हो, बगैर सबूत के उन लोगों को हिरासत में लिया है, नाजायज हिरासत में लिया है। तो उसकी हमें मांग रहेगी, हमारे साथ में किसी भी नाजायज तरीका का प्रयोग ना हो, जो हमारे तो
आज यहाँ महापंचायत में क्या रणनीति बनाई जाएगी? जो आप लोग हैं VHP बजरंग दल से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, क्या रणनीति बनाएंगे?
संगठन नियुक्त करेगा, आगे का जो प्रोग्राम है उसको बारे में नियुक्त करेगा, और नियुक्ति के बाद में उसका हल निकाला जाएगा कुछ।
These are the visuals we are showing you straight from Palwal, where the Mahapanchayat has been called by the right-wing group members.
So essentially, Harsha, as you're pointing out, the right-wing groups allege that this is a larger conspiracy and that these men have been framed by the Rajasthan police. Thank you for the moment for joining us, Harsha. You are with Republic TV, and coming up next, after 3 failed attempts, Delhi is making a 4th one today to pick its mayor.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific.
A residential house was destroyed by a Russian rocket in the village of Maximilianivka in the eastern Donetsk region of Ukraine. Other residents help Mykola Walensak clear the rubble and debris from the property. Federal environmental regulators on Tuesday took charge of the cleanup after the Ohio train derailment and chemical burn and ordered Norfolk Southern to foot the bill. Experts believe that North Korea is experiencing a critical food crisis. The country has already suffered food shortages in recent years, brought on by natural disasters, international sanctions aimed at curbing its nuclear and missile programs, and a sharp cut in trade with China due to border closures and COVID-19 lockdowns. The Seattle City Council has added Castle to the city's anti-discrimination laws, becoming the first U.S. city to specifically ban caste discrimination. The UK government on Tuesday invited 2,400 visa applications for Indians under the UK-India Young Professional Scheme. According to an update shared by the British High Commission in India, Indian citizens between the ages of 18 to 30 can enter the ballot if they meet other relevant criteria. A senior Chinese diplomat has told his Japanese counterpart that Beijing is very troubled by Tokyo's military build-up and criticized it for adopting a Cold War mentality in their first formal security talks in 4 years.
Like the Chinese developed a balloon to snoop. The two jasuses of Delhi के दो जासूस ने FBU बनाए. It was like their private Gestapo. And therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose.
Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal's deputy. The MHA gives the nod for prosecution. And not a word on soldiers lynching, but Tamil Nadu police file a case against BJP leaders for demanding action.
Chief Minister, you are being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Minister, you are being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
A very good afternoon. Thanks for staying tuned to Republic. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Let's get started with the top headlines this Wednesday afternoon.
Chinese developed a balloon to snoop. The two jasuses of Delhi के दो जासूस ने FBU बनाया. It was like their private Gestapo. And therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose.
Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal. Deputy MHA gives nod to sanction Manish Sisodia.
अपने प्रतिद्वंदियों को झूठों केस में फंसाना जो है ये हारे हुए और डरे हुए लोगों का काम होता है.
But AAP tries political vendetta. BJP demands Kejriwal and Sisodia's arrest. Not a word on soldiers lynching. Stalin Corps filed case against BJP leaders for demanding action against the DMK councillor. After 3 failed attempts, Delhi makes a 4th one. Mayoral elections now underway. Defeated Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. Seattle City Council adopts anti-India resolution, anger over bid to target Indians by caste in United States. Alright, we start with the news break coming in from the national capital, where there is massive outrage among the Sikh community over Jagdish Titler. This, of course, after he was inducted officially in the AICC. The visuals there coming in right now of the Sikh organizations staging protest against Jagdish Titler. Remember, Jagdish Titler in 1984 tainted. Rights tainted, has been elected as member of the AICC. He's one of the 36 elected Congress members. And of course, in the backdrop of that, the Sikh community frustrated and of course staging a protest there inside in the national capital, just outside Sonia Gandhi's residence. So the protest there being staged by the Sikh community who've gathered in large numbers to stage protest against Jagdish Titler. We have Madhurima reporting live from the location. Madhurima, if you can give us a sense of the anger palpable on the ground. We can see the Sikh community there in large numbers staging protest outside Sonia Gandhi's residence.
Well, yes, absolutely, Samiksha. The Sikh community here in the national capital is really agitated, and the reason behind that is Congress time and again making efforts to
to involve Jagdish Titler in their various committees, in their various star campaigners list. And once again, after Jagdish Titler's name has been taken in as one of the delegates from the national capital that will be representing the national capital in the AICC's very crucial meeting, the anger amongst the Sikh community of the national capital has aggravated. I'm reporting from 24 Akbar Road, where Sonia Gandhi's residence is. You can see that the Sikh agitators, the protesters, they're about to come, and which is why the barricading has been done. You can see a water cannon on the right of me has also been stationed. All these measures have been taken by the Delhi police officials, and in a while this entire road will be shut, because just a couple of 100 meters from here is the residence of Sonia Gandhi over here, just couple of 100 meters. And as you can see that slowly and steadily there's one more jeep coming in, one after another. The police deployment, the police forces are increasing. 2 DTC buses behind to detain the protesters if the situation goes out of hand. But time and again, once it happened in the month of December, the Jagdish Titler's name was involved as one of the star campaigners. At that time as well, the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP and even the Sikh community expressed their anger, Samiksha. And once again, in a very crucial meeting that will be conducted by the top rung of the Congress party, and where they will be talking about the strategy for 2024. Here, Jagdish Titler's name coming in as one of the most important delegates, which will be representing the national campaign, once again has given the opportunity to the Bharatiya Janata Party and to Aam Aadmi Party to dub Congress as anti-Sikh. In a short while from now, taking back to the pictures of preparations that are being done by the police officials over here, the CRPF men along with the Delhi police men are coming in, and now the traffic is slowly being controlled over here, because this entire route will be now shut, for as the protesters will be stopped here at the first level of barricading, from where we are reporting there are multiple layers of barricading done on the entire route of 24 Akbar Road. You can see Delhi police vehicles over here. The first layer of barricading there just at the roundabout. So at least 4 layers of barricading so as to stop these agitators reaching the residence of the Congress leaders' residence, and before the residence is the AICC office as well. So which is why it really gives the chance to the protesters to express their anger and to cause any sort of loss. So to prevent it, you can see that the protesters, that the police have also come up here, and the entire preparation has been made at 24 Akbar Road with the route that leads to Sonia Gandhi's residence. Samiksha.
All right, Madhurima, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you. So, Madhurima, they're reporting live from outside Sonia Gandhi's residence, where you can see the Sikh community workers, leaders who've been present in large numbers staging protest against Jagdish Titler. But for now, to more news coming in. The National Investigative Agency has detained 3 persons, including Akali leader from Punjab, for questioning. Now, according to police officials, weapons were also seized from the Akali leader, Lakhveer Singh. Meanwhile, Gurmeet Singh from Lambi and Harpreet Sharma from Moga have also been detained by the NIA officials.
In a major crackdown against the gangster terror funding case, NIA has detained 3 persons, and one of them is the Akali leader Lakhveer Singh, who has been detained from the Gidar Bahar, and in fact NIA has also recovered arms and ammunition from his residence as well. Initially all 3 were questioned at their places, but later in the evening, when NIA was not satisfied with their answers, they have been detained by the NIA and taken them to the Delhi for the further questioning, and in fact senior NIA officials will question them and to verify the role and the connection of these 3 people along with the gangsters. And in fact, they have been identified as Lakhveer Singh, Akali leader, detained from Giddarbaha, Harpreet Sharma, detained from Moga, and Gurmeet Singh, detained from Lambi. These are the 3 persons that has been detained by the NIA after an extensive raid against the gangster terror funding case. And in fact, 76 locations has been raided yesterday, and 2.3 crores has been recovered by the NIA, and 3 persons taken into the custody.
All right, we have the big news break coming in on social media. Mallikarjun Kharge, who has just tweeted, he says in 2024 an alliance government shall be formed in the centre. Congress will lead that alliance. So that's a big announcement coming in of the Mahagathbandhan, which seems to be in the offing, as Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, has taken to Twitter, where he says, and I quote once again, in 2024 an alliance government shall be formed in the centre. Congress will lead that alliance. So what Mallikarjun Kharge has essentially indicated is that there's going to be a Mahagathbandhan which would be coming together to fight the 2024 general elections. Also indicates, if at all, Congress does not, in fact, has not shown that much confidence in Rahul Gandhi, where this, of course, as Mallikarjun Kharge has said, that there's going to be a Mahagathbandhan that would come together to fight the BJP in the 2024 elections. We have Piyush Mishra joining us live from the national capital. Piyush, if I can get your quick reading of this big statement that has come in from Mallikarjun Kharge.
Well, Samiksha, it's a very important statement which is now being made by the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, where he is now coming out in open and saying that in 2024 Congress will be leading the alliance, and this alliance will have its government there in the centre. Remember that Congress has been conducting many meetings, and in the last few days we've also seen as to how Bharat Jodo Yatra was also...
Piyush, I'm very sorry, I'll just interrupting you for a moment. We have Executive Editor for Politics, Ishwarya Kapoor, joining us. Ishwarya, your quick reading into this big statement that has come in from the Congress president.
Well, at this point of time, Samiksha, what else can we expect? They basically know that not forget about taking on the BJP, not even the other smaller regional players are ready to come with the Congress. So just to stay in existence, just to send a message to its own cadre now when that so-called Bharat Jodo Yatra and the whole marketing around it has basically ended. So the Congress party president trying to once again trying to send out a message, but the reality is that neither the SP nor the BMC, nor the BSP, the TMC from Bengal, NCP from Maharashtra, all of these regional players who are going to be very, very important, KCR in Telangana, they have refused to accept the leadership of the Congress party, and in fact the leadership of Rahul Gandhi, specifically speaking. So the point is that it's a desperate Mallikarjun Kharge which is just trying to be, or just trying to keep its own cadre a bit motivated, which after the Bharat Jodo Yatra, once again, it's completely directionless and does not know which way to go, trying to send out a message that we are going to come to power with the alliance partner. Name one major regional player.
Yes.
One major regional player, one major regional party which has accepted Congress or Rahul Gandhi's leadership. Even when that so-called Bharat Jodo Yatra ended in Jammu Kashmir, no major player, whether it was the Delhi Aam Aadmi Party, West Bengal's TMC, Mamta Banerjee's KCR, no major regional player was present. That's the message. That was a clear message then. And today's comment, tweet, whatever coming out from the Congress president is just a very desperate move, just trying to send a message to their own cadre that be motivated, we are coming to power. But how? It all comes down to math. It all comes down to numbers. Forget about taking on the BJP. That is going to be a collage task. What I am saying is, or what they are asking as journalists is that where are those numbers? Do you even have the support of your regional parties? Will Akhilesh Yadav, Mayawati, Mamta Banerjee, Sharad Pawar, will KCR, all of these leaders, will they accept the leadership of Rahul Gandhi? No, and they have already sent a clear message. When they had a parallel meeting and did not invite Rahul Gandhi in it, did not invite the Congress party in it. They want to have their own alliance without the Congress, and that's the reality. So that no one is ready to ally with Rahul Gandhi or Congress party, and Congress party is desperate enough because Congress party yet still does not understand that it is no more a big brother. It only needs to be one of the alliance parties if an alliance has to happen, and Congress needs to be a part of it. And that is something which the egos of the Gandhis does not allow. And in turn, what happens is that Congress is completely alone with one or two regional players, which really do not matter anymore. And the new major regional players have made their own team to take on the BJP.
Yes, and Aishwarya, that brings us to two very important questions. One, which are the political parties do you think that Kharge is referring to in his tweet? And also, does it look like Congress knows that it does not really have a very strong player to be pitted against the Prime Minister?
Samiksha, even if a national conference, even if, for say, that parties who have themselves, have become negligible, even if they say that yes, they are ready to come under the leadership of Congress party and to have an alliance with Congress party, how does it matter? The numbers do not add up. To take on the BJP, you would need more than 250 seats. How does the Congress party is planning to achieve that? Is it even possible without getting the Mamata Banerjee from Bengal, without getting Sharad Pawar from Maharashtra, without getting KCR, without getting the other major players? Is it? No. Yes, one thing which could go in favor of the Congress party is that there are these three assembly polls, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Karnataka, 4, prior to 2024, out of the total 9 elections, in which 2 or 3 states Congress could really do good. But despite that, we are saying to take on BJP and Modi and Shah in 24, you need to get those numbers and you need to get the support of these regional players who have completely denied to accept the leadership of Rahul Gandhi and the Vadras in the Congress. They might not be completely opposed to the Congress party, but they are completely opposed to accept the leadership of Rahul Gandhi, and that's a fact which we've seen not once but at least twice or thrice, and as soon as just around 30 to 35 days back, when KCR had its own alliance meeting without the Gandhis. And when Rahul Gandhi called all of these regional players to Jammu Kashmir, where his Bharat Jodo Yatra ended, none of the major players came. It was a clear message. So irrespective of whichever 1 or 2 parties here and there, like that of the National Conference and the others, are there with Rahul Gandhi, they will not be able to take on the BJP. That's a Goliath task. And for that, you would need these regional players who have completely denied. As I'm repeating, yes, back to you, Samiksha.
Yes, well, Aishwarya, requesting you to, in fact, stay with us. Let's listen into that exact soundbite that has come in from Mallikarjun Kharge.
Modi has several times said, I am the only man who can face the country. No other people can touch me. That proudly he says. No democratic man says like this. You are in democracy, you should remember, you are not a autocrat, you are not a dictator. You are elected by people and people will teach you lesson in 2024. The alliance government will come in center. Congress will lead. We are talking with other parties because otherwise the democracy and constitution will go. Therefore, with every party, now and then, we are calling, we are talking, we are sharing our views how to win 2024. Therefore, the BJP will not get majority. Some people say they will not get majority. All other parties together, of course Congress will lead. We will get the majority. We will follow the constitution. We will follow the democracy.
All right, so there you heard the big claim that's coming from the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. We're being joined by Lokesh Jindal, who's also a Congress leader. If I can get your quick reaction to the statement that is coming from the Congress President, who says that Congress is going to lead that alliance that comes in power in 2024.
Certainly, it is not just a statement, it's a Shankanad. It's going to be democracy versus authoritarianism. And what Kharge Sahab has stated, it is what is in the hearts of all the people of this country. BJP is going to have a very tough time ahead. The manner in which it has functioned during its second tenure has been authoritarian, autocratic, and it has trampled over the very essence of democracy in India. Press, right from all institutions, whether it is judiciary, election commission, ED, it has trampled over all the institutions which safeguard India's democracy, and it has resorted to unethical and immoral practices. It's time to replace this form of a government and restore democracy in India.
But Mr. Jindal, is it because Congress is not confident enough of fighting the battle by itself? And which are the political parties that Mr. Kharge is referring to when he says that alliance is going to come in power in 2024?
See, when you are talking about this particular government and the way it has appropriated power, it has misused agencies such as IT, ED, all the political parties, they have become cautious, they have become wary that it's no more about only politics. It's about saving the idea of India as a nation. And all the political parties are coming together under one banner, that is the Congress ideology, because it wants to save this idea of India. Right now, it's not important who comes to power. It's important how we will safeguard this idea of India. They have harped upon the concept of Hindu Rashtra. Now they want to bring back the Varna Ashram Dharma. They want to bring back those days of inequality. They want to bring back those very form of system against whom we struggled hard. The very idea, the reforms which were carried out by Dr. Ambedkar, Rajaram Mohan Roy, for the very idea for which freedom struggle was waged. All these are being trampled over, and a colonial form of political administrative system is being brought into the country. So all the political parties, they will come ahead, they will come under the banner of Congress. Again, this ideology will restore democracy in India.
All right, stay with us, Mr. Jindal. We have Kamru Chaudhary of the Congress also joining us. If I can get your response to Kharge's statements, and why is it that the Congress president has not exuded enough confidence that the Congress can fight the 2024 polls by itself?
Madam, the most important thing that we all recognize as Indians is the need to re-establish the authority of our institutions. Institutions that are statutory institutions, the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature. All have been compromised under the Modi regime so far. We feel that to defeat these forces, the forces of hate propagated by the RSS and the Hindutva ecosystem, the opposition needs to be united. Now we need to identify the real opposition to the Bharatiya Janata Party in the country. In that context, Kharge ji has proposed an alliance of all the regional parties along with the national parties that can really fight the ideology of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It remains to be seen how many of these regional political parties come along with the Congress party to form a grand alliance to defeat the Bharatiya Janata Party.
But Mr. Chaudhary, why is it that Kharge has not really specified who exactly are those political parties who are going to accept the leadership of the Congress president? And the very fact that Kharge has not really mentioned that the party has enough support, has enough confidence in Rahul Gandhi to lead that alliance?
No, you're misquoting him. Rahul Gandhi is the ultimate leader, the leader of the masses of India. The point here is that who will lead the alliance is a point to be discussed and decided among the regional and the national political parties sitting together. We cannot be presumptive and say that, okay, Rahul Gandhi will be our leader and you have to follow suit with him. It's not the case with the Congress party. We believe in a consensus politics, not a Tughlaqi Farman that, okay, this is the person whom you are going to follow. If the opposition alliance decides on a prime ministerial candidate, then let it be. But most importantly, in our electoral democracy, it's the elected members of the parliament who decide and discuss who will be the next prime minister, not the other way around that, okay, this is your next prime minister and you have to vote for him. This is not the way the Indian democracy works. Our parliamentary democracy does not say that today Narendra Modi will be the next prime minister of India. It's the elected members who say that we will be electing the next Prime Minister of India. It goes other way. And the opposition is in one voice that the Bharatiya Janata Party and the forces of hate that have time and again divided the nation need to be defeated in the 2024 election. It's a now or never situation for the country right now.
Mr. Chaudhary, just requesting you to stay with us. So, Kamru Chaudhary of the Congress continues to be with us. We have TMC leader Biswajit Deb also joining us. If I can get your quick response to that big statement that has come in from Kharge, where he says that Congress would be leading that alliance, and that alliance is going to come to power in 2024. Would TMC ally with the Congress for 2024 polls?
Now, you see, first of all, I would like to say that it is for the people of the country to decide who will lead the opposition. It is neither for us, nor for the Congress, nor for anybody, nor for any other political party to decide. The decision will be taken by the people of the country. That's number one. Number two is Congress has to come up with a clear ideology.
Okay.
We want to know what is exactly their ideology. You see, they are fighting the left. They are fighting with the left in Kerala, and they are making an alliance with the left in Bengal and in Tripura. So first of all, they have to clear their strategy and exactly what is their ideology. So these issues need to be cleared by the Congress first. And moreover, you see, Bengal has shown the way. In 2021, Bengal has shown the way. It is Mamata Banerjee who can resist BJP. It has been proved. It has been proved in 2021 that the force led by PM Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah, the entire force, the entire team, that could only be stopped by the leadership of Mamata Banerjee.
So Mr. Deb, are you saying that the Congress and the TMC are still not on the same page when it comes to ideology?
I could not get you. Can you please repeat?
Are you trying to say that the Congress and the TMC are still not on the same page when it comes to ideology?
Ideology, we want to know exactly what is their ideology. Because you see, you can't keep fighting with a particular political party in one state and form an alliance with the same party in two other states. And that is exactly what Congress is doing. And relating to what you see, so far as the alliance is concerned or the opposition leadership is concerned, that has to be decided by the people. And it has been proved beyond all reasonable doubt that it is Mamata Banerjee only who can resist BJP. And she has proved it in 2021.
Well, who's going to lead that opposition? The alliance that's going to be formed is another thing altogether. But the question is that would TMC really ally with the Congress to fight the 2024 polls?
2024 is still a long time to go.
Okay.
And we must wait until the time comes. But again, I am repeating that any alliance, any opposition alliance, we still feel that it is for the people to decide who will lead. But so far as the opposition is concerned and so far as resisting BJP is concerned, the only secular leader who can resist BJP in the country, it has been proved in the Bengal election in 2021 that it is only Mamata Banerjee. And Mamata Banerjee is the only force, only leader who is the face in the country, the face of the opposition in the country right at the moment.
All right, Mr. Deb, appreciate you speaking to us. So Biswajit Deb of the TMC saying that the TMC is yet to get clarity from the Congress when it comes to ideology, and that it is yet to decide if at all TMC would agree to ally with the Congress to fight the 2024 polls. This, of course, after this big statement that has come in from Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, who says that in 2024 an alliance government shall be formed in the centre and that Congress would be leading that alliance.
सारे विपक्ष के लोग हमने देखा था 2019 में भी स्टेज के ऊपर में हाथ मिलाकर खड़े हो गए थे। तो देश की जनता का जो विश्वास है वो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी के ऊपर है और वो दिन प्रतिदिन और ज़्यादा बढ़ता जा रहा है। तो 2024 में क्या होने वाला है ये हमारे देश के लोगों ने पहले से ही अपने मन में विश्वास कर लिया है।
प्रधानमंत्री एक्सेप्ट कर सकती देश की जनता, आप मानते हैं?
नहीं, कोई सवाल ही नहीं है। आप क्या क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं मुझे नहीं पता।
All right, so the first response coming in from the BJP as well after that big claim that's been made by the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, where he has sounded the poll bugle for 2024, saying that an alliance is probably in the offing and that an alliance government shall be formed in the centre, and Congress is going to lead that alliance that comes to power in 2024. Meanwhile, a statement that has also come in from the TMC, where they say that they are yet to get clarity from the Congress when it comes to ideological perspective, and that it is yet to decide on whether, if at all, it is going to ally with the Congress. All right, we'll slip into a very short break for now, but top stories and news breaks to continue on the other side of this break as well. Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal, Deputy MHA gives nod to prosecute Manish Sisodia. After 3 failed attempts, Delhi makes a 4th one. Mayoral elections now underway.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnabji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you are being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnabji also, who has brought it to the national.
Viewers, we're live and breaking, and I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest, the big story right now. There has been a big setback to Deputy CM of Delhi, Manish Sisodia. We'll get you all the details, but first the headlines are tracking right now.
He has several times said, I am the only man who can face the country. You are elected by people and people will teach you lesson in 2024.
Vadra Congress makes a big claim, says alliance government in 2024, but who is with Vadra Congress?
Chinese developed a balloon to snoop. The two jasuses of Delhi, Delhi के दो जासूस ने FBU बनाया. It was like their private Gestapo. And therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose.
Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal's deputy. MHA gives a nod to prosecute Sisodia. Aam Aadmi Party cries vendetta. Not a word on soldiers lynching. Stalin cops file case against BJP leaders for demanding action. After 3 failed attempts, Delhi makes a 4th one. The mayoral elections are underway. Defeated Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. Seattle City Council adopts anti-India resolution. Anger over bid to target Indians by caste in United States. Viewers, let's go straight to the big story we're tracking right now. A big setback to Deputy CM Manish Sisodia. The Ministry of Home Affairs has given sanction to prosecute Deputy CM of Delhi Manish Sisodia under the Prevention of Corruption Act, the feedback unit snooping case in Delhi. The LG, VK Saxena, has approved the CBI's request for prosecution sanction and forwarded the same to the MHA. CBI sought sanction to register FIR against Sisodia, who heads the Vigilance Department of Delhi government, under which the Aam Aadmi Party government had in 2015 created the FBU, an extra-constitutional, extrajudicial intelligence agency to spy over different ministries, opposition, political parties, entities and individuals. This snooping unit, with no legislative or judicial oversight, was being run and managed by the close aides and advisors of CM Arvind Kejriwal, who reported directly to him. Let's go ahead, viewers, and look at the reactions coming in on this big story.
अपने प्रतिद्वंदियों को झूठों केस में फंसाना जो है, ये हारे हुए और डरे हुए लोगों का काम होता है। अब जैसे जैसे आम आदमी पार्टी आगे बढ़ेगी, इस तरीके के और केस जो है, झूठे केस हम पे लगाए जाएंगे। ये केस बिल्कुल झूठा है। मुझे लगता है कि ये सिर्फ आम आदमी पार्टी और मनीष जी के पीछे पड़े हुए हैं।
In the name of corruption and in the name of vigilance, most of the reports that were being created and taken were actually political reports by the FBU. And therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose. And therefore it must be found out who was behind this, who was the mastermind behind this. And therefore the case that has been registered, the sanction that has been given for prosecution, this should be welcome.
Ministry of Home Affairs ने सीबीआई को प्रोसिक्यूशन करने की इजाजत दे दी है। दिल्ली में जो मामला आया था, स्नूपगेट या जासूसी का मामला जो सामने आया था, भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसका स्वागत करती है। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी निश्चित तौर के ऊपर कई मौकों के ऊपर ये बात उठाती हुई आई थी कि इल्लीगल तरीके से जिस प्रकार से अरविंद केजरीवाल, मनीष सिसोदिया ने एक यूनिट बनाया और उसके अंदर कैमरास खरीदे गए और तमाम अफसरों को अपॉइंट किया गया था इल्लीगल तरीके से 2015 के अंदर, और तमाम जो हमारा आरोप था, हमें शक था कि कई मीडिया हाउसेस के, कई राजनीतिकों के, कई अफसरों के इन्होंने जासूसी करवाई। सवाल उठता है, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, आपने सीक्रेट सर्विस फंड क्यों बनाया था? आपको बहुत सारे सवालों के जवाब देने होंगे। और अब जब होम अफेयर्स ने इसकी प्रोसिक्यूशन की इजाजत दे दी है, तो जो जांच की आंच है वो आप तक पहुंचेगी और निश्चित तौर के ऊपर वो दिन दूर नहीं है कि आपको इस मामले को के अंदर आपको जेल भी जाना पड़ सकता है। निश्चित तौर के ऊपर आपने जो इल्लीगल काम किया, ना सिर्फ आपने इल्लीगल बल्कि भ्रष्टाचार भी किया, ये दोनों मामले बनते हैं। जिस प्रकार से आपने जासूसी करवाई और उसके बाद भ्रष्टाचार, सीक्रेट सर्विस फंड के नाम पे जो भ्रष्टाचार किया, वो दिल्ली की जनता के सामने है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसका स्वागत करती है।
मनीष सिसोदिया के खिलाफ भ्रष्टाचार के एक और मामले की जांच की अनुमति दी है। ये चौथा मामला है भ्रष्टाचार का जिसमें मनीष सिसोदिया जांच के घेरे में है। उनके ऊपर भ्रष्टाचार के आरोपों की जांच हो रही है, लेकिन शायद वो सत्येंद्र जैन की तरह कुर्सी छोड़ेंगे नहीं, बल्कि कुर्सी में बैठे बैठे ही तिहाड़ जेल जाएंगे। शराब के घोटाले में अभियुक्त नंबर 1 मनीष सिसोदिया ने अभी 2 दिन पहले ही सीबीआई से परमिशन मांगी है कि मेरे को थोड़ा समय दे दो। और अब ये जासूसी का घोटाला, सरकारी तंत्र का इस्तेमाल करके अपने विपक्ष का और अपने ही पार्टी के नेताओं की जासूसी करना। मैं यहां पर यह बात कहना चाहता हूं कि ये जो स्नूपिंग केस है, इस केस के सच जब सामने आएंगे तो बहुत सारे लोगों को हैरानी होने वाली है, क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी में केजरीवाल और मनीष सिसोदिया ने सरकार की स्नूपिंग मशीनरी तैयार की अपने ही पार्टी के पीएसी के मेंबर्स के जासूसी करने के लिए, अपने पार्टी के नेताओं की जासूसी करने के लिए, एक दूसरे के परिवारों की जासूसी करने के लिए। और इस केस में अब मनीष सिसोदिया एक और भ्रष्टाचार के केस में आरोपी है। जिस प्रकार से अन्ना आंदोलन के समय यह कहा गया था कि आरोप लगते ही इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए, मुझे लगता है कि जरा भी नैतिकता बची होगी तो मनीष सिसोदिया अपनी कुर्सी से इस्तीफा देकर।
मानना है कि फीडबैक यूनिट के तहत अरविंद केजरीवाल और मनीष सिसोदिया ये जासूसी कांड में लिप्त हैं, गैरकानूनी काम इन्होंने किया है और ये बहुत ही गंभीर विषय है। और मैं मुकदमा चलाए जाने की जो अनुमति दी गई है उसका स्वागत करता हूं और सीबीआई से मांग करता हूं कि तुरंत मनीष सिसोदिया को गिरफ्तार करें और इस कांड की तह तक जाएं। देखिए, फीडबैक यूनिट हमने तो बनाया नहीं था, उन्होंने किस नियम के तहत बनाया था उनको बताना चाहिए। और ये केस कोई साधारण करप्शन का केस नहीं है। दिल्ली देश की राजधानी है। जिस तरह का इन्होंने जासूसी कांड किया है, ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा का मामला है। आप नेताओं की, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज़ की, मीडिया हाउसेस की, न्यायिक जो हमारी अधिकारी हैं उनकी जासूसी करवाएंगे। और मज़े की बात यह है कि जो जॉइंट डायरेक्टर हैं आर.के. सिन्हा, वो लिखते हैं कि हम जो जितने भी जासूसी कराते थे सारी रिपोर्ट सीधा केजरीवाल को जाती थी। तो मुझे तो लगता है कि अभी सिर्फ मनीष सिसोदिया पर मुकदमा चलाए जाने की अनुमति दी गई है। इस केस में अरविंद केजरीवाल भी लिप्त हैं। सीबीआई को सीधे सीधे उनकी भी जांच करनी चाहिए।
देखिए, जब से आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार दिल्ली में है, इनका एजेंडा डेवलपमेंट का नहीं है, इनका एजेंडा अपनी जेब भरने का है। और धीरे धीरे सारी चीज़ें सरफेस पे आ रही हैं। ये जो लिकर स्कैम था, एक्साइज का जो स्कैम था शराब पॉलिसी को लेकर के, ये सही मायने में हजारों करोड़ रुपए का घोटाला है। ये पहले कह रहे थे कि अगर ऐसी बात है तो गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं किया। अभी थोड़े दिन पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल जी कह रहे थे कि ये कुछ नहीं है, ये बेकार है। अगर बेकार है तो वापस क्यों ली पॉलिसी। कोई एजेंसी अगर जांच कर रही है, प्रॉपर जांच के बाद, प्रॉपर एविडेंसेस के बाद अगर कोई भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व होता है, ऐसे ही थोड़ी होम मिनिस्ट्री ने ये कह दिया कि प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन से रिलेटेड एक्ट्स और उस पर इंक्वायरी होगी इनके ऊपर, और जो कुछ भी लीगल कार्रवाई होनी है वो होगी मनीष सिसोदिया के ऊपर। ये उसके मंत्री थे, उन्होंने, देखिए गड्ढे में पानी है, अगर गड़बड़ नहीं होती तो ये वापस ही नहीं लेते। मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि और एविडेंसेस आने के बाद अब इनके ऊपर शिकंजा कसा जाएगा और बहुत जल्दी दिल्ली की जनता के सामने ये आएगा कि इन्होंने लिकर स्कैम में क्या क्या, कहां कहां घोटाला किया, किससे कितने पैसे लिए, सब चीज़ें सामने आने वाली हैं। इट इज़ टेकिंग सम टाइम, बट मैं समझता हूं कि दिल्ली की जनता को भी न्याय मिलेगा और इनका करप्शन सामने आएगा।
किया जा रहा है।
देखिए, आपको एक चीज समझनी पड़ेगी। आप अरविंद हो या मनीष हो, आप इनका यदि आप पीछे थोड़ा इतिहास में जाएंगे तो इनकी एनजीओ पे भी गंभीर आरोप थे। आप सोचिए कि जिस तरह से पब्लिक में आकर के एक विक्टिम कार्ड खेलने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो कई बार ऐसा हुआ कि लोगों ने उन पर भरोसा किया। लेकिन अब सच सामने आ चुका है। 2013 से आज 23 हो चुका है, लगभग 10 साल का कार्यकाल दिल्ली में बिता चुके हैं। तो अब पूरी तरह से स्पष्ट है कि ये लोग केवल भ्रष्टाचार करने आए थे। कितने एमएलए पर संगीन आरोप हैं, मंत्री जेल में है। बस घोटाला हो, खरीद का हो, शराब का घोटाला हो, या अभी जिस तरह से जासूसी कांड हो रहा है, आखिर क्या करना चाहता है आदमी? एक तानाशाही।
And digital programs. At that point of time, I said that India is working on Ayushman Bharat, and Ayushman Bharat means 50 crore people. They could not imagine that, and I said that the whole program is digitally. So India has taken lead as far as digital world is concerned. And if I talk about the rupee payment, rupee cards, I can say that this financial transaction is being accepted now world over, and UPI, people are trying to see to it that in their country also this UPI works, and they are giving the permission also. And the world's digital transaction today, 40% of the world's digital transaction is being done in India. This initiative has been taken and it has been appreciated worldwide, which we all understand. As far as the COVID is concerned, we have taken the lead, and for tracing and tracking, I remember Prime Minister Modi had asked me when I was the health minister that you should see to it that digitally all this platform should be developed, and see to it that how do we go forward. And later on COVID came, and for tracing and tracking the COVID patients during pandemic. But
so viewers, BJP National President JP Nadda attending a book launch there, ceremony of the book, Modi Shaping a Global Order in, this is what the book is about. It's on PM Modi. So JP Nadda is launching that book on the Prime Minister, viewers. It's time now to see what else is making news from across India. The Deputy CM Aam Aadmi Party leader Manish Sisodia described the sanction of his prosecution in the alleged feedback unit snooping case by the Union Home Ministry as a sign of a coward person, and said that more number of these cases will be filed with the growth of the Aam Aadmi Party. This comes after the MHA gave sanction to prosecute Sisodia under the Prevention of Corruption Act in the alleged feedback unit snooping case.
देखिए, अपने प्रतिद्वंदियों को झूठों केस में फंसाना जो है, ये हारे हुए और डरे हुए लोगों का काम होता है। अब जैसे जैसे आम आदमी पार्टी आगे बढ़ेगी, इस तरीके के और केस जो है, झूठे केस हम पे लगाए जाएंगे। ये केस बिल्कुल झूठा है। मुझे लगता है कि ये सिर्फ आम आदमी पार्टी और मनीष जी के पीछे पड़े हुए हैं।
Republic accesses affidavit filed by the NI in a bail plea filed by Gautam Navlekha in the Bombay High Court. NI said Gautam was introduced to a Pakistan ISI general for his recruitment. Sources said that the documents which were seized from Gautam indicated his deep involvement in CPIM and in the activities of the banned outfit. The affidavit further mentions that Gautam had visited USA thrice to address conferences organized by the Ghulam Nabi Fai, who was arrested by the FBI in July 2011 for accepting funds from ISI and Pakistan government. A row has broken out over naming of a circle there in Yadgir district. Supporters of Tipu Sultan had named the circle after him, and now pro-Hindu organizations demand that the circle should be renamed after Veer Savarkar. The town municipal council has also decided that the circle should be renamed after Veer Savarkar. Supporters of Tipu Sultan are adamant that the circle should not be renamed and Tipu's posters and names should not be taken off. Hindu Action Group has condemned the attempt to target Indian diaspora. This comes after an anti-Hindu resolution was passed in Seattle City Council. The resolution seeks to outlaw discrimination based on caste. A division of people based on birth of descent have grown louder among South Asian diaspora communities in the United States. Hindu Action Group has now called it an attempt to identify Indians by caste in the US. Not a word on Lance Naik Prabhu, but DMK is initiating action against BJP cadre for carrying out candlelight vigil. A case has been filed against 3,500 BJP leaders and cadres for conducting candlelight march without proper permission. Veteran film actor and former Minister Anant Nag will join the BJP today. He will join the party in the presence of Party State Unit President Nanil Kumar at around 4:30 p.m. in the office. Previously, Anant Nag served as a minister in the Patel government. An application has been introduced now before Supreme Court by Muslim and girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations at colleges in Karnataka wearing hijab. Lawyers apprised Supreme Court that exams are beginning on March 9th. CGI D.Y. Chandrachur says he will take a call on this. Passengers of a Mumbai-bound Air India flight and airline staff were involved in a heated argument at Delhi airport late at night after the flight was delayed by more than 4 hours. A passenger on board the Delhi-Mumbai flight said that the flight was delayed from its original schedule of 8 p.m. to 10:40 p.m. first, then 11:35 p.m., then 12:30 a.m. and then finally it took off at 1:48 a.m. from Terminal 3 of the airport in Delhi. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will be addressing his maiden election rally in Pole-bound Meghalaya today. The former Congress president's rally will be held at a ground there in Shillong. It will be Rahul Gandhi's first public appearance after Bharat Jodo Yatra. Assam rifles have recovered 51 grams of heroin worth over 25 lakhs. On 20th February and apprehended 2 individuals, one of whom is a Myanmar national. Viewers, we're live and breaking this Wednesday afternoon. Stay with us because much more is coming up. Defeated Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. And Seattle City Council adopts anti-Indian resolution. Anger over bid to target Indians by caste in the United States. Stay tuned.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT-42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT-42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT-42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT-42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific.
Viewers, getting some big updates coming in. As the Hindenburg controversy fails to dent Adani in Israel. Israeli ambassador has thrown his weight behind the Adani group, saying that Adani paid full cost of Haifa port, which is a strategic port for the country, viewers. Israeli ambassador has spoken on the Haifa port, saying that the Hindenburg controversy has failed. I repeat, it's failed to dent Adani in Israel. Let's go ahead and play out exactly what the Israeli ambassador had to say.
Adani paid in full, the Adani Group paid in full the cost of the Haifa port. They even have money now in the part of the deal was that the port had already money for development. There is money there for development. I think that it's the core business of Adani, where what he knows how to do, and it's all the interest both of the Adani Group and of Israel, of in India, and everyone who wants to make this world working well, to have this port, and I believe it will be working very, very well. I don't see any other reason not to. Yes, the Adani Group are looking for more projects in Israel, and I hope they succeed in also getting. How do I see I'll go to the Indian presence maybe in the Mediterranean. I spoke before, I think, on the fact that in the beginning, that India is becoming from a regional superpower to a world superpower. So India is, I think it feels comfortable enough and strong enough to start looking beyond the immediate, countries usually look at their immediate issues.
Well, let's go straight to Abhishek Kapoor, senior executive editor, who's joining us right now on the phone line. Abhishek, PM Netanyahu had himself described the Haifa port deal with Adani Group as an enormous milestone which will improve the connectivity with the two countries in many ways. And now we are learning is that the Israeli ambassador is saying that the controversy will fail to dent Adani in Israel. That's a big statement coming, Abhishek.
Yes, Shivangi. So, the Israeli ambassador now, Gillan, was speaking on the 30th anniversary of India-Israel establishing diplomatic relations. That was in 1992. In fact, this was a briefing to tell us about what all has happened over the last year to mark the 30th anniversary or 3 decades of diplomatic contact, full diplomatic contact between the two sides. But when a question was asked about the Adani row and its impact on the Haifa port, it's an important port. And that's when Ambassador Gillan really underscored the significance of the project in strategic terms for Israel and for India as well. And in that context, he mentioned that the Adani Group running ports, they understand, they have experience, they have the money, they have bread and butter, and that they paid full cost of acquiring the Haifa port. It was a private sector acquisition in a joint venture, and that they have the money as per or whatever arrangement has been made in the JV to run the port. And it gives India a strategic outpost in the Mediterranean Sea, which is important as we grow outside of our borders and beyond our shores. So in that sense, I think while the ambassador was essentially talking about this in the larger context of India-Israel partnership, this obviously would be seen as a shot in the arm for Adani's and the group, which is really struggling post the Hindenburg sniper sort of that came their way. And since then, we have seen many of their group companies really tumbling down insofar as the markets are concerned, and the overall market capitalization of the group also down, affecting the personal wealth also of the promoter, Gautam Adani. Having said that, what Israeli ambassador has said in the context of India-Israel relationship and the larger partnership really does give a bit of a tailwind insofar as the Adani Group itself is concerned, given the fact that Ambassador Gillan endorsed the takeover of Haifa port by Adani and said that in fact this is part of 80 odd other JVs that various other Indian companies, including the Tatas, for example, have run with Israeli counterparts.
Right, Abhishek, thank you so much for joining us. Abhishek Kapoor, senior executive editor, getting us the latest, what we're learning so far. Like he was saying, that Israeli ambassador has thrown his weight behind the Adani Group and saying very clearly Adani has paid full cost, and repeat, full cost of the Haifa port. It is a very strategic port for the country. Also, it's great when it comes to Israel and India bilateral ties. Taking a very short break, viewers, much more coming up on the other side as we continue to be live and breaking. Defeated Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. And Seattle City Council adopts an anti-Indian resolution. Anger over bid to target Indians by caste in the United States. Stay tuned.
Chief Minister, you are being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you are being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Thanks for staying tuned to this edition of Live and Breaking on Republic. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. We'll get you all the top stories. We start first with the top headlines this Wednesday afternoon.
Modi has several times said am the only man who can face the country. You are elected by people and people will teach you lesson in 2024.
Vadra Congress makes a big admission, claim says alliance government in 2024, but who is with Vadra Congress is the question.
Developed a balloon to snoop. The two jasuses of Delhi के दो जासूस ने FBU बनाया. It was like their private Gestapo. And therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose.
Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal's deputy MHA not to prosecute Sisodia. AAP cries vendetta. Not a word on soldiers lynching. Stalin cops file case against BJP leaders for demanding action against the DMK Neta. After 3 failed attempts, Delhi makes a 4th one. Mayoral elections now underway. Defeated Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. Seattle City Council adopts anti-India resolution, anger over bid to target Indians by caste in the United States. All right, we start with the big political controversy coming in from poll-bound Meghalaya, where a permission has been denied for Prime Minister's rally, which was scheduled to be held. Meanwhile, the NPP President Conrad Sangma has denied any role in the denial of permission for Prime Minister's rally. Remember, this is going to be Prime Minister's first visit to poll-bound Meghalaya in 2023. And the latest, of course, coming in, BJP objecting to the rally of Prime Minister that was scheduled to happen in poll-bound Meghalaya. We'll go across to Aniruddha as well to get us more details on this, but that's a big political controversy coming in from Meghalaya, just days ahead of the state going for polls. Aniruddha is live with us. Aniruddha, what exactly is the objection being raised in terms of, not giving a nod to Prime Minister's rally in the state?
Yes, in fact, when the BJP approached the district sports authority for the permission to hold the rally of the Prime Minister at the PA Sangma Sports Complex in Tura, because after a thorough survey, and the SPC had also recommended that the PA Sangma Sports Complex is the most suitable location from all point of view, be it the security point of view, as far as the Prime Minister's visit to Tura is concerned. However, interestingly, the Sports Authority has written a letter citing the Sports Council of Meghalaya, saying that the permission cannot be given to use the PA Sangma Stadium for the Prime Minister's rally, and they say that it is not advisable. And the reason behind is being said that the PA Sangma Stadium has not been completed yet. However, only a few weeks back, the Chief Minister himself inaugurated the PA
Aniruddha,
Sangma.
just hold your thoughts. Yeah, just hold your thoughts for a moment. I'll just come back to you. We have Numal Momin, Deputy Speaker of Assam, joining us, sir. Thank you for speaking to us. If I can get your quick thoughts, what do you think is the reason for denial of permission for Prime Minister's rally at a particular stadium in poll-bound Meghalaya?
A willing government led by Honorable Chief Minister Conrad Sangma is afraid of the BJP's speedy growth in the hilly district. So the stadium, which was inaugurated 1 week before the code of conduct imposed. But when we asked for the permission to hold a rally for Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, the authority denied that there is a risk for the meeting out there. And they told that it is an incomplete stadium. It is strange that a week before the code of conduct imposed, the stadium has been inaugurated, and that stadium is not usable for a rally. That means it is a fraud and duplicacy and corruption that did. And now they cover up that situation that denied venue for Honorable Prime Minister's visit. So it is a fact that the rampant corruption under the leadership of Konrad Sangma in Meghalaya is exposed. So it is very pathetic that the central government led by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi has equally sanctioned the fund for all the states. But wherever the non-BJP government is there, the people, the government utilize this fund that way. And this time they are afraid that BJP is growing popularity. And next 2023 government will be BJP-led government, and we will form the government and we will give a corruption-free government. That's right. They are very afraid, and it is Konrad Sangma. He did not have anything, and that's why.
But Mr. Momin, from what we understand is that the NPP has denied any role when it comes to giving permission for Prime Minister's rally in the poll-bound state. How exactly is the BJP going to build that pressure to ensure that the Prime Minister gets, there is no hindrance to Prime Minister's rally which is scheduled to happen in this particular stadium?
This is apparently clear that the ruling government is trying to sabotage Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally in Tura. So somehow they wanted to stop this rally so that when Prime Minister Narendra Modi will come, that it is a landslide victory for BJP. And they may be telling that the government don't have anything, but these government machineries are denying our permission. And at the same time, the stadium, which was inaugurated 1 week before the impose of code of conduct, now after 15 days, we are trying to use that stadium, and they are telling that it is an unhealthy stadium. There is a risk for the conduction of the rally. That means how they constructed this stadium. That means there have been a huge corruption, irregularities in the construction of the stadium. Now it is not usable. That means an inaugurated stadium is not usable after 15 days. What is the meaning? That means they have done a huge corruption for the construction of this stadium. This is not only the one.
Okay.
Many things is there. Rice can be also there. And during the Narendra Modi's Corona, we have given rice, oil, salt, and this one, dal also. But they got only rice. No dal, no salt, no...
All right, Mr. Momin, yes, we will leave it at that. So, Numal Momin, Deputy Speaker of Assam, speaking to the public on the permission being denied for Prime Minister's rally at a particular stadium in poll-bound Meghalaya. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister and AAP leader Manish Sisodia described the sanction of his prosecution in the alleged feedback unit snooping case by Union Home Ministry as a sign of a coward person, and said that more number of cases would be filed with the growth of the Aam Aadmi Party. This comes, remember, after the MHA gave sanction to prosecute Manish Sisodia under the Prevention of Corruption Act in the alleged feedback unit snooping case.
देखिए, अपने प्रतिद्वंदियों को झूठों केस में फंसाना जो है, ये हारे हुए और डरे हुए लोगों का काम होता है। अब जैसे जैसे आम आदमी पार्टी आगे बढ़ेगी, इस तरीके के और केस जो है, झूठे केस हम पे लगाए जाएंगे। ये केस बिल्कुल झूठा है। मुझे लगता है कि ये सिर्फ आम आदमी पार्टी और मनीष जी के पीछे पड़े हुए हैं।
Republic accessed the affidavit filed by the NI in a bail plea filed by Gautam Navlakha in the Bombay High Court. The NI said that Gautam Navlakha was introduced to a Pakistan ISI general for his recruitment. Sources even said that the documents which were seized from Gautam Navlakha indicated his deep involvement and activities of with the banned outfit. The affidavit further mentions that Gautam Navlakha had visited USA thrice to address conference organized by Ghulam Nabi, who was arrested by the FBI way back in July 2011. Meanwhile, a row that has erupted over naming of a circle in Yadgir district. Supporters of Tipu Sultan had named the circle after him, and now pro-Hindu organizations demand that the circle should be renamed after Veer Savarkar. The town municipal council has also decided that the circle should be renamed after Veer Savarkar. Meanwhile, supporters of Tipu Sultan are adamant that the circle should not be renamed and that Tipu's posters and name should not be taken off. Hindu Action Group has condemned the attempt to target Indian diaspora. This comes after an anti-Hindu resolution that was passed in Seattle City Council. The resolution seeks to outlaw discrimination based on caste, a division of people based on birth or descent having grown louder among South Asian diaspora communities in the US. The Hindu Action Group has also called it an attempt to identify Indians by caste in the US. Meanwhile, while the DMK has not condemned or has not spoken a word on Lance Naik Prabhu's lynching, it is now initiating action against the BJP cadre for carrying out a candlelight vigil. A case has also been registered against 3,500 BJP leaders and workers for conducting candlelight march without proper permission. Meanwhile, veteran film actor and former Minister Anant Nag would join the BJP today. He will join the party in presence of Party State Unit President Nalin Kumar Katil at 4:30 p.m. in the office. Previously, Anant Nag served as a minister in the Patel government. An application has been introduced before the Supreme Court by Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations in colleges in Karnataka wearing hijab. The lawyers apprised the Supreme Court that exams are beginning on March 9th and that meanwhile CGI Chandrachud said that he would take a call on this. Passengers of a Mumbai-bound Air India flight and airline staff were involved in a heated argument at Delhi airport on Tuesday late night. After the flight was delayed by more than 4 hours, a passenger on board the Delhi-Mumbai flight said that the flight was delayed from its original schedule of 8 p.m. to 10:40 p.m. first, and then the passengers were made to wait till 12:30 a.m. and then the flight finally took off after close to 2 a.m. Meanwhile, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi would be addressing his maiden election rally in Polbound, Meghalaya today. The former Congress president's rally would be held in Shillong and would be his first public appearance after Bharat Jodo Yatra. Meanwhile, the Izawal battalion of 23 Sector Assam Rifles have recovered more than 51 grams of heroin worth more than 25 lakhs in Mizoram on 20th of February and apprehended 2 individuals, one of whom is a Myanmar national. And there is a massive outrage among the Hindu groups as well as the VHP that is now staging a Hindu Mahapanchayat in Haryana. This is over the killing of, this is the Bhiwani killing to which the VHP has been staging a protest demanding a CBI inquiry and also saying that the Rajasthan police has failed to initiate a proper action against the accused. We have Harsha joining us live from the location where the Mahapanchayat of the VHP leaders is being carried out. Harsha, if you can give us a sense of, the anger that is very much palpable on the ground. The VHP workers are demanding justice of those who died in Bhiwani.
Exactly, Samisha. I would like to show you the visuals because not only VHP but the cow protection task force people from Bajrang Dal all have gathered here in the Mahapanchayat. Almost 10,000 is the crowd which has gathered here at the Hathni area in Palwal district, where we are seeing that the speeches are being addressed by VHP and Bajrang Dal members over here as they are very angry over the arrest of Rinku Saini as mentioned in the FIR by Rajasthan police that he was involved in the murder of the 2 Muslim men whose charred bodies were found in the burnt car on February 16. Now the other 5 are yet not arrested and the search operation and raids are being conducted by Rajasthan police to nab them, and therefore the Bajrang Bajrang Dal and the right-wing group members are very angry, and they are clearly stating here that the CBI investigation should be done in this entire matter. Until the time CBI investigation will not be done, none of the police officer from the Rajasthan police will be allowed to enter the villages or do the search operation or to conduct any sort of raid. We heard Surinder Jain over here who clearly attacked Rajasthan government. The Ashok Gehlot government is stating that Ashok Gehlot is doing all this to appease minorities. He's already doing all this for the vote bank of Muslims, that he is now targeting Hindu men. And now the situation in Mewat, Palwal and nearby areas have completely changed. Now Hindu boys are working towards nabbing and getting arrested those who are involved in the cow smuggling. And they have clearly stated that the accused who have yet not been proved guilty, none of the arrest of these boys will be allowed. And not only this Mahapanchayat, but now Mahapanchayat will be done at different places as well. As you can see, Samisha, huge crowd have gathered here. The people who have come here, the Bajrang Dal and VHP members, are not only from Palwal, Faridabad, but they have also come from different places of UP and Rajasthan as well, because this entire matter is of Bhiwani killing, where two men who start bodies, two Muslim men, Nasir and Junaid, whose start bodies were found in the burnt car on February 16. After that, this entire issue has been made of Rajasthan government versus Haryana government. A formal police complaint has also been registered by Haryana police on Rajasthan police officers who at night at 3 AM came and conducted search operation at the residence of Shrikant, and when that miscarriage of his wife Kamlesh happened, and the entire now issue has become Haryana versus Rajasthan, where we can clearly see VHP leader Surinder Jain and different Bajrang Dal members from different parts of the nearby areas have gathered here, and their only demand is that CBI investigation should be done in this Bhiwani killing case. This is the one demand which is being said. Back to you, Samiksha.
Well, that's right, Harsha, and extremely distressing what the accused wife has claimed, that she was manhandled by the cops, which actually led to her miscarriage. But stay with us. Let's also play out that exclusive conversation you had with the VHP leader, where they say that they demand nothing less than a CBI probe, and the fact that they claim that there was lack of proper action on part of Rajasthan police.
आप लोग की मांग क्या है और इस महापंचायत करने के पीछे मकसद क्या है?
पहले एक सुधार कर लें, ये पलवल नहीं हथीन है जो मेवात का दिल है, और मेवात का दिल हुंकार भर रहा है। हम किसी हालत में निरपराध लोगों को फंसाने नहीं देंगे। राजस्थान सरकार अपने वोट बैंक के एजेंडे के आधार पर काम कर रही है। अपने आकाओं को खुश करने के लिए राजस्थान पुलिस सब सीमाएं पार कर रही है। आखिर क्या कसूर था उस बच्चे का जिसने इस दुनिया को देखा नहीं और उससे पहले उसको विदा होना पड़ गया? FIR लॉन्च हो चुकी है, ये सिद्ध हो चुका है राजस्थान की पुलिस हत्यारी है। बिना जांच के हम किसी पर हाथ नहीं डालने देंगे, ये राजस्थान पुलिस को कल समझ में आ गया होगा। कल गए थे ना मानेसर, वापस लौटना पड़ा। इसलिए मैं समझता हूं पहले जांच होने दीजिए और जांच CBI करेगी, उसके बाद जो दोषी होगा उसको सजा मिलनी चाहिए।
आप लोग की मांग है कि राजस्थान पुलिस नहीं CBI जांच हो इस पूरे मामले भिवानी किलिंग्स।
100% भिवानी क्या कहीं का भी कांड हो वो CBI जांच करे, और जांच के दायरे में राजस्थान पुलिस की भूमिका भी आनी चाहिए। वो किसके इशारे पर ये बेहुदगी कर रही है? यहाँ के समाज को अपमानित कर रही है, बदनाम कर रही है पूरी दुनिया में। मेवात गौ हत्यारों की धरती नहीं है, ये गौ रक्षकों की धरती है। इसको बदनाम नहीं होने दिया जाएगा।
सुरेंद्र जी, एक मांग ये भी उठ रही है लगातार कि जो 5 अक्यूज्ड हैं जिनका नाम राजस्थान पुलिस ने FIR में दर्ज किया है, सिर्फ एक ही पकड़ा गया है, बाकी सब फरार हैं, भागे हुए हैं, अभी किसी को पकड़ा नहीं गया है, जिसके लिए राजस्थान पुलिस रेड्स कर रही है, सर्च ऑपरेशन चला रही है। तो एक बात ये उठ रही है कि अगर वो दोषी नहीं है, अगर बजरंग दल या VHP ये कह रहा है कि उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया है, उन्हें गलत आरोपों में फंसाया गया है, तो वो सामने क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं, छुपे क्यों हुए हैं?
श्रीकांत की बीबी ने कौन सा अपराध किया था जो उसको पीटा उन्होंने? उस अजन्मे बच्चे ने कौन सा अपराध किया था जिसको उन्होंने मार दिया? इन पर विश्वास कर सकता है कोई? सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता। ये नृशंस पुलिस है जो आकाओं को खुश करने के लिए कुछ भी कर सकती है। जांच होने दीजिए। अरे किसी को भी गिरफ्तार करते हैं तो पहले जांच होती है, या पहुंच जाओगे किसी के भी घर पर? ये कौन सा संविधान है? इसलिए राजस्थान की पुलिस कानून का उल्लंघन कर रही है, संविधान का पालन कर रही है। समझाना, आरोप जिनके नाम झूठे आरोप हैं उनको समझाने की जरूरत नहीं है। समझाने की जरूरत है राजस्थान पुलिस को, राजस्थान सरकार को। चंद वोटों की खातिर किसी भी सीमा तक जाओगे?
So massive anger, massive outrage there among the Bajrang Dal leaders and the VHP leaders who've gathered in large numbers holding a Mahapanchayat, saying that they demand a CBI probe into the Bhavani murder and that they also state that there is lack of proper action on part of the Rajasthan police. So, of course, Harsha, they're getting us all the latest from New district of Haryana, where the VHP and Bajrang Dal leaders are holding a Mahapanchayat demanding justice. Also remember, the accused wife in this case has stated that how she suffered a miscarriage as she was allegedly manhandled by the cops. So it remains to be seen the kind of action that's initiated both by the Haryana and the Rajasthan police. But for now, the Bajrang Dal and the VHP leaders demanding a CBI probe into the murder.
The Youth Congress is taking out a protest outside the Chief Minister's residence, the official residence, the Cliff House, and there's an intense confrontation that is taking place outside the residence. About 50 youth workers, Youth Congress workers are here. They have been taking out a protest against the diktat that has been enforced by the law enforcement over here, that no kind of black material should be worn by in any of the places where Chief Minister is attending. Apart from that, Chief Minister convoy also for the last few days, there has been multiple black flag that has been raised. Now yesterday, the president of the Youth Congress, who's also the MLA, Shafi Parambil, was also attacked by the police. Against all this, the Youth Congress is taking out this protest, and these are the exclusive visuals that we are bringing in from Thiruvananthapuram, just outside the Cliff House, the official residence of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. Back to you.
So we do a very short break, but on the other side, we'll get you the latest as Vadra Congress makes a big claim, says alliance government in 2024. But who is with Vadra Congress is the question. Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal's deputy MHA's not to prosecute Sisodia. AAP cries vendetta politics.
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has
newsbreak coming in, this one of the head of the office of the President of Ukraine, who had a telephonic conversation with NSA Ajit Doval, informing his interlocutor about the current situation at the front, in particular about the extremely difficult defense of the city of Bakhmut in the Donetsk region. So the head of the office of the Ukrainian President Zelensky, who had a telephonic conversation with Ajit Doval over the situation in several locations in Ukraine, particularly about the extremely difficult defense of the city in the Donetsk region. We have a senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, also joining us. Abhishek, if you could give us more details of this telephonic conversation that the head of the office of Ukrainian president had with the NSA.
Well, so this information is coming from Andriy Yermak Samiksha. He's the head of the office of the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, and basically the Ukrainian side has informed, we are still awaiting the Indian side's version from the office of the National Security Advisor. But according to the Ukrainian side, there was a phone call between them and Ajit Doval, and essentially this was to discuss the prevailing situation in the ongoing Ukraine-Russia war, and specifically about the defense of the city of Bakhmut in the Donetsk region. Remember, yesterday we had the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, announcing that the areas that have been annexed, both Donetsk and Luhansk, they would be increasingly integrated with the Russian administration, and that the two regions would essentially be made part of Russian governance. And Bakhmut is part of Donetsk, and that's where pitched trench warfare is happening. And some of the pictures have been coming out for a while, and it seems the Ukrainian side explained to NSA Doval about the humanitarian situation there. But what is important is that this comes in the larger backdrop of escalation we have seen between both the sides, the Russians and the West, on Ukraine, with President Joe Biden also visiting Kiev just a couple of days back, and also, of course, in the backdrop of the global community believing that the Indian way, which is with Prime Minister emphasizing that some modus vivendi has to be found to end the war, that has to be explored a little more. In just a couple of days, we would be marking 1 year of this war between Ukraine and Russia. It began on February 24 last year, and it is expected that this might be part of the larger conversations that are going on. So, for example, when the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz visits India on February 25, 26, he would be in New Delhi. Then we have G20 Foreign Ministers Summit, which is going to take place on 1st and 2nd of March. So there obviously is going to be overhang of the Ukraine war in New Delhi when all these international deliberations take place. So I believe the NSA there taking a ground perspective before we have our India position also very clear when all those conversations happen in New Delhi over the next fortnight.
Right. Let's go straight back to Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, as we continue this broadcast and talking about Zelensky's office dialing NSA Doval. At this point of time, Abhishek, what kind of help do you think Ukraine is looking for? Because Ukraine is saying very clearly that cooperation with India is very important. So in that aspect, is it looking for more military aid or any other kind of support?
Well, we don't know as yet the details, Shivangi, about whether any sort of aid was sought. India has provided humanitarian aid, no question of military aid whatsoever, because we have, remember, not taken any side. We have always maintained between our Prime Minister and our External Affairs Minister in all the public statements that this is not an era of war, and that Europe really should sort itself out and make sure that the fallout of the war is not something for which the rest of the world also pays, which inadvertently the world is paying by way of disrupted supply chains and, inflation caused by food, fuel, fertilizer supply disruptions. So in that sense, I think whether some aid was sought, that we have to wait for a while before we get to hear from our side as well, from the National Security Council on the dialogue that took place But this is essentially the Ukrainian side intimating as to a call having been taken place between the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and his counterpart office in Ukraine.
All right, Abhishek Kapoor is joining us, Senior Executive Editor, joining us there, where we are telling you viewers that Zelensky's office has called dial NSA Doval, and they're asking for some support for a peace formula. Well, that's what they're calling it. Still waiting for more details about what kind of support that Ukraine is asking for from India. But right now, let's move ahead, viewers, and see what else is making news. What are the top headlines we're tracking right now?
He has several times said, I am the only man who can face the country. You are elected by people and people will teach you lesson in 2024.
Vadra Congress makes a big claim, says alliance government in 2024, but who is with Vadra Congress?
Just like the Chinese developed a balloon to snoop, the two jasuses of Delhi के दो जासूस ने FBU बनाया. It was like their private Gestapo. And therefore this shows that the laws, rules were being misused, the money was being misused, and perhaps for nefarious purpose.
Snoopgate haunts Kejriwal's deputy MHA nod to prosecute. Sisodia, Aam Aadmi Party cries vendetta. Not a word on soldiers lynching Stalin cops file case against BJP leaders for demanding action. After 3 failed attempts, Delhi makes a 4th one. Mayoral elections underway. Defeated, Uddhav knocks top court door against allotment of bow and arrow to Shinde. Seattle City Council adopts anti-India resolution. Anger over bid to target Indians by caste in the United States. Viewers, we're live and breaking this Wednesday afternoon. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest. Mallikarjun Kharge has sounded the poll bugle, has now said that in 2024 an alliance government shall be formed in the centre. The Congress will lead that alliance. That's exactly what has been said by Kharge. Let's go ahead and play out exactly what Mallikarjun Kharge has said. And when he is saying that the Congress will lead the alliance in the year 2024, that is an announcement that the Congress has made a short while back.